Yo guys, what's up? Welcome to another episode of Mixing with Black. This is episode 6, and today we are going to be doing a tobacco custard recipe. I'm not actually sure of what the hell to name this. It's got tobacco in it, it's got custard, it's pretty good. Um, yeah, pretty simple recipe. It's just got 3 ingredients, and yeah, I was a little bit skeptical about the tobaccos, as I said in my last tobacco video. But the more and more I play with them, I actually find them quite nice. So, yeah, this is, like I said, a pretty simple recipe, but pretty damn nice. Like the tobacco that I use in here is the RY4, which is quite subtle. Um, so it's pretty, I don't know, back end flavor. Whereas the custard is quite a bit more dominant, even though there is less of it. The vanilla custard version 1 from Capella is pretty strong. So, yeah, anyway, we'll get to the flavor card and then to the mixing, and I hope you'll enjoy. See you down there. Hey guys, and we are back. Oh, where's my fingers? There they are. Magical. Okay, so for this recipe, we have the vanilla custard version 1 from Capella. We have the RY4 double from TFA, and smooth also from TFA. We've got Goldneck as always, VGPG, scale, bottle, pipette, the lid for the bottle, and guest starring my starry night for this episode. Magical. Anyway, so tobacco and custard. I honestly, when I first saw this recipe, I thought it was a complete waste of time to even attempt it, because the only experience at that point that I'd had with tobaccos was the Western, which is an extremely dry, extremely harsh tobacco in comparison to RY4, or even the RY4 double. And then after trying this, I realized that it can actually be a very nice accent to something like the custard, which I've used in quite a few of my other recipes. So I know that I really enjoy the custard, and then having almost a tobacco inhale and then this really smooth, creamy custard exhale is actually very nice. So yeah, I actually managed to nail an entire bottle of this in a day. Well, a 10ml bottle. So I figured that I would make a 30ml bottle this time, just to be safe. So first off is 1.95 grams of nicotine, and I do believe this recipe is at 3, yes, it is 3 milligrams. Oh, you see, and then because I wasn't paying attention and I was looking at the damn screen, I put too much nicotine, and this is why I do the nicotine first. So I could take it out and get it right. Because yeah, I was looking at the screen to tell you guys how many milligrams it was, and then I went way over the 1.95. So that is the beautiful part about doing nicotine first. When you make that mistake, you can just fix it. If you do that at the end, sorry for you. You either have to add more VGPG and flavorings to dilute it, or you just have to deal with having a stronger e-liquid than you were planning. But there we go, 1.95 on the dot. So, beautiful. Okay, this video I'm going to do the PG first, just for the giggles. It's 4.27. Yeah, unlike the other tobacco flavor that I've made so far, the Ep.6, I'm not sure how high you could push the nicotine in this one before it starts changing the flavor, because like I said, the custard is most definitely the dominant flavor, and then the tobacco is more of, I don't even know how to put it, it's like someone mixed tobacco in like a tiny, like a teaspoon of tobacco into a whole bowl of custard, and that's what you're tasting. Like, there's so little, but it's definitely noticeable and it's definitely enjoyable. So yeah, I decided to make a nice big bottle of this, well, 30 mils, because 10 mils really did not last me long. So 4.27 of the PG. Hoppa! 4.27 on the dot. This is going to be a good video, I feel. Everything is going to be just perfect. Now watch, all the rest of the ingredients are going to go completely wrong, but that is fine, just fine. So first things first, RY4 double at 1.59 grams. This is at 5%. Initially I had it at 4%, but I found it really, really weak. So I've pushed it up to 5%. If you guys found that a bit strong, you could maybe try it out at 4% and then move it up to 5 like I did. But yeah, definitely felt like I could use a little bit more than 4%. So we need 1.59 of the RY4 double. Must admit, I'm quite excited to try this RY4 double on some other mixes. Now that I see how nice it can be, it's made me a little bit less apprehensive about trying it in other recipes. So 1.59. We're not going to get this one exact. It's going to be over. One drop, watch. Oh, okay, yeah, you see, over. Man, I knew it. But that's fine. Life goes on. Smooth. 1% of smooth. If you don't have smooth, I don't know. I honestly don't think it'll make a massive difference. But like I said in my previous videos, there's definitely something to this. It's not just there for nothing. It does make a difference in the recipes that I've used it in, but it doesn't really have a specific taste. So we need 0.3. It's going to go over as well. Yep, that's fine though. Beautiful. Oh yeah, and then the vanilla custard. I'm going to be honest, I don't know if I've got enough vanilla custard. If you guys look there, there's barely anything in that bottle. But keep our fingers crossed. It's 1.28 grams of vanilla custard. I think there's going to be enough. Even enough to go a little bit over. And there's actually still a little bit left in the bottle. Not a whole load. Definitely need to buy some more of that. But enough for this recipe, which is perfect. Then we have the VG 26.49. Like I said before, this is a 70-30 mix. You could probably do it 60-40 if you want a little bit more of a throat hit from the tobacco. But I am more than happy with the really thick, creamy way this vape feels. So, more than happy to have it at 70-30. And almost every single recipe I use is 70-30. Just because it's a fairly balanced ratio, in my opinion. I mean, I guess a balanced ratio should be 50-50, but nah. By the time you've gone to 50% PG, I feel a lot of throat hit, and I'm not a massive fan of the throat hit. 26.49, went well over there, but whatever. Like I said in the last video, too much PG or too much VG is not going to kill you. In fact, it's just going to make this a little bit creamier, and that's fine. Ooh, the magic of these childproof caps. And there we go. It always looks so nice when it's not mixed. It's like if you had to shine like a colored laser or something through here, it would actually be quite a satisfying thing to watch. Especially there, as I twist it, you can see the things starting to like mix together. It's pretty drippy, man. And here we go, all nice and mixed. I must admit, this is probably one of my favorite recipes at this point. It's definitely my favorite tobacco recipe, but I think it might actually be one of my favorite recipes, period. Okay, so let us, give this a taste. Hey, magical clean hands, clean scale. I'm very happy with that. Just gonna move over here. Steep time. I did not mention the steep time. Man, that always irritates me when you put it, like the bottles basically have the seals on them. The first time you want to tip out the bottle, the seal comes off. And now it's like magically stuck to my vape. Okay, there we go. Steep time is what I was saying. So what I was saying is the fact that this is a tobacco flavor, based on what I've said in the past, it should be 2 weeks. But I'll be honest, I didn't give my tester 2 weeks and I thought it was pretty good. So I would say at least 5 days probably. Maybe 7 just to be safe. But I don't believe that this recipe requires the full 2 weeks of most other tobacco recipes. That's pretty good. At this point, the tobacco is quite a bit more noticeable. It's not so heavy on the custard at this point. That's the thing, the custard is a cream base. It is made of all the same ingredients, plus a couple extra, obviously, as the things like Bavarian cream, sweet cream. Pretty much the same ingredients that give it the creamy texture. So you're going to want to give it at least a week, maybe, for that to come out fully. But yeah, like I said, definitely not a whole 2 weeks. But it's pretty good at this point. Can't really taste the custard as a flavor, but I can feel the creaminess. There's definitely a smoothness to the RY4. That's good. I mean, if you're not fussy, you could probably use this as a shake and vape. I mean, I'll be honest, I don't think I'm going to let this bottle wait too long. Maybe a day, and then I'll tear into it. But for the best experience, I would say at least 5 days to 7 days, just to let that custard really shine. But yeah, anyway guys, that was episode 6, I believe. Yes, I think it was 6, of Mixing with Black. I forgot to mention in my intro, but as always, everything in this video was bought from blackvapor.co.za. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time.